Fergie Jenkins, the only Canadian inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame, hosted his 13th annual Celebrity Golf Classic recently. It was a chance for sports fans to mingle with athletes and celebrities and raise money for local charities.
Well, we got Damon Allen, Willie Wilson, Thurman Thomas, to mention a few. Mudcat Grant is here. We got quite a few Blue Jays. Cito Gaston is here. He's the manager that was here for the World Series team. So, I mean, guys that played the game and then they end up coaching a lot of times, they give something back, which is very, very important.
This is the 13th annual. It's on Friday the 13th. Your birthday's on the 13th. Any superstitions?
Not really. Last night, guys were mentioning it. I said, no, I was born on the 13th. But unfortunately, you know, with the weather, I just can't believe it changed so drastically from like 90 to like the low 50s. And it's breezy out there. But we're going to have fun. Cito Gaston, two-time World Series champion manager for the Toronto Blue Jays, was thrilled to make his first appearance at the Fergie Jenkins Celebrity Classic.
I've tried to get here before. Unfortunately, it seemed like every time that I said I was coming, something came up, and I'm glad I'm here, and I hope to be here again next year.
Now, going back to your playing days, you actually knocked 4 balls out of the park from Fergie. What did that feel like?
Well, you know what, I really don't want to bring that up because you might be standing somewhere close around. But anyway, Fergie was quite a competitor, as we all know, definitely a Hall of Famer. Not only was he a great pitcher, but a great athlete, and a good hitter too. So I didn't know I hit 4 home runs against him. I know we never beat him, though.
Tell me about your career and how important it was for you to play in the majors.
Well, it was very important, I think, because I am what we call one of the Black Aces. I wrote a book called The Black Aces, and we only have 15 African-American pitchers to ever become 20-game winners, and of course Fergie Jenkins is one of those aces. It was important for pitchers to do the best that they could back in those days because, like the black quarterbacks, they didn't think that we were really qualified to be 20-game winners. So being the first African-American to win 20 games in the American League was very important. So I really enjoyed that distinction.
Jesse Barfield, former right fielder for the Jays and Yankees, was happy to be back amongst friends at Fergie's tournament.
Fergie, he's a great guy. This is a great cause. Reaches a lot of people, a lot of different charities, and you know, the camaraderie. The guys really care about each other. They care about the cause. And, you know, we have a chance to come out, have some fun, and make a difference. That's why I'm back.
I want to know, what was it like playing with Tom Selleck?
Tom Selleck.
Mr. Baseball.
Yeah, that was pretty good. It's really weird because he filmed part of that at Yankee Stadium, the strikeout scene, when he was having a nightmare and the umpire wouldn't let him get back to the dugout. His average kept going down. He kept striking out. He actually, when I got home from a trip, I had a Mr. Baseball belt buckle and a thank you note from him because he didn't have a bat that he could use. So I let him use one of my bats, and those were really his swings. He got hit some balls in the second deck, and he said, "Man, I really like this bat." I said, "Dude, keep it." Wore my cleats. I gave him some batting gloves, and hey, I just did what any player would do for him. And you know, I want to wear the belt buckle. My wife said, "Oh no, that's gonna stay in your trophy room." But that was a great memento.
Now, would that be your favorite baseball movie?
That for sure, because there were some parallels there. I went to Japan after my Yankee playing days, and he did the same thing. There's some awesome parallels.
What are you looking forward to most today?
Well, you know what? I'm looking forward to seeing who's playing for second. That's all. You know what? I like these guys to compete for second. You know, that's what I'm looking. So I'm looking at you. Gonna win second. Who's gonna be second? Anybody playing? Okay.
I think the guys in the red suits back there.
Oh, the Mounties. I might need them to help me to guard me out with my trophy.
What's your favorite baseball movie and why?
My favorite baseball movie would be Bingo Long and the Traveling All-Stars. Because Bingo Long and the Traveling All-Stars, that was like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball. So, you know, me and what I play, so that's my favorite baseball movie.
You know what, I seen Jackie Robinson this year, and I'd have to say that's my favorite. And of course, we really know why, because Jackie actually was before Martin Luther King as far as getting everything straight as far as minorities having a chance to be a part of this game. Without Jackie, I wouldn't be standing here.
42,
yeah
very good movie. Very good movie.
Very
good movie. you know, they made it funny, but
the
at the
history.
same time, it's
the
story.
history in there, right?
You know, what
And
he
then-
went through, and he had to be the perfect person.
And then today, sitting in there listening to the history of some of these, you know, these baseball players talking about what they went through before they were allowed to stay in hotels and where they had to go and how they had to travel. I mean, that's history.
These guys are in Bingo Longo and Traveling All-Stars. They don't know nothing about 42. This was Esquire Joe, and this is James Earl Ray.
The Fergie Jenkins Foundation supports hundreds of charities across the United States and Canada and has raised more than $4 million since 1997.
And a lot of these guys support cancer research, juvenile diabetes, boys and girls camps, that type of thing. And what it does is it lets them know that we're not the only one that supports the charity, even though they might support too, and they want to come here and play golf. And a lot of times, first time coming to Canada for a lot of guys. You know, they don't get paid a fee to come in. They come in on their own recognizance, and we make sure that there's a room and board. They stay at a nice hotel, and they're here in the Niagara region, and they enjoy themselves.
13 degrees is a little cold for golf by my standards, but that didn't seem to bother the Hall of Famers here at the 13th annual Fergie Jenkins Celebrity Classic. And by the way, my favorite baseball movie, Bad News Bears in Breaking Training. At Rockway Vineyards in St. Catharines, I'm Mark Wikobrado, reporting for The Source.